Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video blog about this conversation that I was having with somebody the other day. We were just talking and they were basically sharing how a lot of them were having a hard time waiting because they didn't really believe that God is going to send them the godly man that they're desiring, or they don't think he's ever going to come, or that he actually exists. And so I just kind of wanted to share my response to that and what has helped me along the way. So the first thing is you have to wait like you actually believe he's coming. So that's a couple of things. First thing is you have to earn what you're asking God for. And by earn, I mean be deserving of it, be worthy of it as much and as best as you can. Don't ask God for something that you're not doing. If you want to go to God and say, God, I want a godly man, I want him to really love you, I want him to have a relationship with you, then you have to be willing to offer all those same things to him. Because you cannot ask God to give you something and you're not ready to receive it. So be that godly woman that godly man is going to want. The second thing is trust God to meet and exceed your expectations. Sometimes it's hard to wait when you don't feel like you're going to get something worth waiting for. So if every one of us thought that we were going to get $100,000 down the line, we would never settle for 100. So trust that God is going to give you more than you've ever asked for, more than you even thought to pray for. God knows the desires of your heart and he's going to give you those. He's not going to give you something that you don't want. Because if you did, you probably wouldn't marry it anyway. And that really wouldn't make any sense. But just trust that like God has anticipated all your needs. He's God. He knows the end from the beginning. He's going to give you what you desire now, but he also knows what you need in the future. And if you trust him, then I feel like you can rest in that. It's so much easier to wait when you know that you're not going to be disappointed. My pastor always said, people who wait on God are never disappointed. So when you know you're not going to be disappointed, then you can wait on that thing. The third thing I would say is live like you actually believe that he's coming. And by that I mean don't entertain relationships that you know are not going to lead to marriage. Don't entertain relationships with people that you know are not God's best for you. Don't talk to people if it's not going to go anywhere. Don't stay in relationships when you know that God was never in them to begin with. Live your life like you actually believe he's coming. If you believe that you're waiting on your godly man to walk into your life at any point, then there'd be no reason to tie yourself up with somebody who you know is not it. Put yourself in a position to where you're waiting, to where you're ready to receive whatever it is that you are asking God to send you. But beyond all that, I think the biggest thing about this whole thing is just your belief in God. You really have to believe that God can send you what you're asking for, that nothing is too hard for God, that nothing is too big or impossible, no matter how it looks, no matter what statistics look like, no matter if there are all the black men are in jail, or all the men are married, or there are no good ones left. You have to believe and trust God for what you're asking for. My Bible study teacher once said God's greatest need is to be believed. All throughout the Bible there are stories of people who were given blessings, received healing, all because of their belief in God. More specifically, if you look in Numbers, I think it's chapter 14, the backstory is in chapter 13. God sent spies to spy out the land that he had promised to give them. And only two of them, Joshua and Caleb, actually believed that they were going to get the land. And God specifically said that Caleb, because he followed God wholeheartedly and because he had a different spirit, would inherit that land that God had promised to give them. So all I'm saying to you is you have to be a Caleb. You have to believe that just by your mere belief in God, God is going to do something different in your life. God will give you something worth waiting for, that you're not going to be disappointed, and that in the end, in your relationship, God will get the glory out of it. Be a Caleb, believe God no matter what people say, no matter what the situation looks like, and learn how to wait like you actually believe he's coming. That's it. Bye.